There's this guy in the NBA named Ja Morant, and he is a phenomenal basketball player, period. Like 3 years ago, Ja Morant was on track to be the face of the NBA. I looked this up. In his third year, Memphis got to the conference semifinals. And this guy was dynamite, just an outstanding player. And it has gone rapidly downhill for Ja Morant. So last night, he's playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Ja Morant, who earlier this week was doing a gun celebration, pointing it at the Warriors bench, I believe it was at Buddy Hield. And now Ja Morant has decided, since he got told stop doing the gun celebration, guy who was in trouble for having a gun on Instagram Live, he decided, okay, let me pivot off the guns and I'll go to a grenade celebration. So last night, Ja Morant bangs a three against Minnesota in another loss, by the way. Minnesota smoked him. And here you see on the screen, Ja Morant three. He's all excited, pulls the pin, chucks the grenade, and covers his ears. My guy, what are we doing? Somebody on our staff, I should call him out by name, but I'm not going to. I thought it was a great take. Is he trying to get his way out of Memphis? Like, it's possible. Unlikely, but possible. Why do you keep doing dumb things? This is not a cool celebration. You know, are guys jealous that Steph Curry has the sleep thing when he hits a three late in the game? I mean, he did it at the Olympics, and it's an iconic image. He does it in the NBA. It's pretty awesome. So Ja's like, I need my signature thing. How about winning? How about playing for your coach? Now, you know the Memphis has been a little rocky this season, which adds to the potential. Is Ja trying to get out of Memphis? So Memphis, their head coach, kind of had let Ja Morant do his thing and whatever, and then he keeps getting hurt. So they're like, we need some protections. Let's bring in some assistant coaches who are going to take the ball out of Ja's hands and make everyone else better, make it more well-rounded. And so that worked for a little while, and Ja's numbers came down. But then it stopped working, and Ja said, bleep this, I'm going to get mine. And then they end up firing the coach. And so it's this weird tug of war inside Memphis internally. Do we want to ride Ja, or do we want to get everybody better? This reminds me, and I'm not comparing Ja Morant to Michael Jordan. It's just an obvious coaching strategy. Michael Jordan had the run of the show in Chicago. Doug Collins, who he loved as head coach. Doug, you want me to do me? I got you. I'm going to get 35. Oh, we're going to lose in the second round of the playoffs. So they bring in Phil Jackson and Tex Winter, and they put in the triangle offense. More structure for Michael. Michael, we're going to take a few shots away from you. We're going to spread the wealth, but we're going to be unstoppable. Now, the timing was great for Jordan and the Bulls and Phil Jackson. The rest of the East was weakening. The Celtics were breaking down. The Pistons definitely broke down. The Ewing's Knicks, my favorite team of my youth, they could never take down the Bulls in a playoff series that mattered. And the rest is history. You know, Michael Jordan rides the triangle offense to massive success, 6 titles, blah, blah, blah. Is there a world where Ja Morant can fall in line for the betterment of the team and franchise? And given his track record in the last, 4 years, I'm going to go ahead and say that's not happening. Okay? I like Ja Morant as a player. I know he's immensely popular among the young kids, but he is losing that grip. The same way Zion, who was supposed to be face of the league, it was like him and Ja Morant. Can they be the face of the league? Can they share it? Because they're dynamic and explosive and just high-level athletes. And neither of them has been able to, A, stay healthy, and B, get their act together off the court. Ja Morant, just advice you don't need to take. Ditch the grenade celebration, man. Just play basketball, be a leader, and win some games. That's probably your best bet to get back on top. Let's go to the Lakers, because we haven't talked about them yet today, 15 minutes into the show. And it's just been such a banner week for the Lakers. Banner month, banner 2 months. It's as good of a time to be a Lakers fan as ever. That being said, there's 2 games left in the regular season, pretty much for everybody in the league. And the Lakers, based on, all the numbers that people have crunched and looked at the schedules and win probabilities, it looks like the Lakers will open the playoffs against either the Warriors or the Clippers. Now, for the longest time, I've called the Clippers the Paper Clips. It's a terrible franchise who can never get their act together. And yet, when I asked our staff today, hey, we got some Lakers fans in here, who would you guys rather face in the playoffs, the Clippers or the Warriors? Almost universally, everybody said the Warriors. And I was like, what? Are y'all crazy? Now, To be fair, the paper clips have been cooking of late. They are one of the hotter teams in the league. But you wouldn't have noticed because Lakers Luka, Nuggets implosion, here come the Warriors. The Rockets are quietly one of the hotter teams in the league. Like, the NBA has just been a little wacky lately, so people haven't noticed that the Clippers have been on fire. Yes, that is Kawhi Leonard streaking down the court healthy and scoring and dunking. There's James Harden with the cross, hezzy, snatch, plow. Like, James Harden is playing great. And I absolutely would rather, if I'm the Lakers, face those guys. James Harden, that choke artist. I would much rather face him and Kawhi than anywhere near the Warriors. Let me lay out the case for you. But I'm going to start here. Have to be nice to these guys. Charles Barkley went on everybody's favorite show last night and said that the second best team in the West is...
The Clippers might be the second best team in the West.
I don't think that's crazy, though.
When healthy.
When healthy, but they're healthy. Hey, Kawhi Leonard's amazing to me, man.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is amazing.
Huh?
He is.
I've never seen a guy
Never.
who never plays basketball
Never.
and comes back.
Like he been playing somewhere else.
You just can't give LeBron and Luka the credit, right? He's just upset that the Lakers are great. The Lakers undeniably are the second best team in the West. Anything else is just hot takey for the sake of being hot takey. Okay, yes, I'll give the Clippers a little more due. Zubats, and there's some, I don't really know how to pronounce his name. He has been a revelation for the Clippers. I know he's been good the last few years, and he used to be a Laker, which kind of hurts. But there's like a case for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. He has been excellent. The Lakers don't match up great with him, and he did, I think, had 34 and 16 against them in a recent meeting. Other than Zubats, occasionally Kawhi, I'm not really worried about anybody on the Clippers. That's the thing. Does James Harden scare you in the least? Guys, this may surprise you, but when the lights are brightest and James Harden's facing the Lakers, this season, his splits, his point per game average is the worst in the league against the Lakers. 14.8 points per game. He's destroying a lot of other teams. And then against the Lakers, he's just gagging. In the two meetings since the Lakers got Luka, you love this. James Harden, 4 for 14 shooting. James Harden, 5 for 22 shooting. In 4 games against the Lakers this year, and some of those numbers are skewed because the Lakers had AD, James Harden is shooting 26% from the field and 21% from three. It's a tiny sample size, I get it. But we've seen postseason after postseason, James Harden, it just doesn't happen. He's not built for it. He's ready to go spend his summer in the strip club throwing up money. Like, it's not happening. James Harden in the playoffs, he falls apart. Now, you look at the Warriors on the other side of the coin. I don't want to see Steph Curry if I'm the Lakers. If anybody, Kawhi, Harden, or Curry scares me most, it's Curry. He's likely to go for 40 or 50, and it's like, oh, gosh, what are we going to do? Golden State's small ball matches the Lakers' small ball. And in that meeting last week, and you never want to go too overboard on one game, but it was 8 days ago, and Golden State's small ball game killed the Lakers. Draymond, Jimmy Butler. I mean, Podziemski had a career game. He won't do that again. But Jimmy Butler's a proven playoff pro. James Harden, proven playoff flop. Jimmy Butler took the Heat to 2 championships, guys. Okay? Like, I don't want to see Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler combo at its best. Now, there is a story out there that the Warriors are looking worn down because they play a lot of small ball. And if you think back, when they would go to the death lineup with Draymond at center, and they would like have Iguodala, Clay, Curry, and I don't remember who the 5th guy was, but they would go small ball, but they would only use that in emergency situations. 4th quarter of a close game, down 15, we need a spark. It wasn't like we'll go small all game. And now they're trying to go small all game, and they're looking a little worn down. Like Draymond, great defender, but can he play 38 minutes of center for 6 games against whatever team you want? And that's asking a little bit too much of him. So the Warriors, I know they have flaws, and the Clippers obviously have flaws, a.k.a. James Harden. But, like, I don't know, am I really that worried about Norm Powell, who, by the way, is being great for the Clippers, having a great year? And frankly, let's be real. Kawhi Leonard, do you know if he's showing up next week or not? You have to be honest with yourself, guys. I can't look myself in the mirror if I say Kawhi's going to be there. Clippers are a major threat. I don't know. Nobody knows with Kawhi. Like, is he going to show up? Is he going to be hurt? It's so weird. In the postseason, you'll be like, oh, he's got an injured knee. He's only going to play 20 minutes. And then he's like out for the season. It's wacky. So if I'm the Lakers, give me the Clippers. I want no part of the Golden State Warriors. Let's go to Alex Curry with the news.